Well, it's finally that time of the year, and we finally get to see, we kind of knew what Zeztz looked like for a while, but it was officially announced, and this is, I don't know how to feel about this. Cards to the table, this is not a scripted video at all. You can tell by the slight stuttering. So yeah, this is not scripted at all. This is I'm just kind of going over the images here and just kind of share my initial thoughts of like Zeztz and his design and kind of the direction they're trying to take this particular series. As of this recording, the video of the whatchamacallit, it's the whatever thing they were doing in Japan where they're like showing off the little like the belt and the toys and the advertisement for, you know, how the belt actually works. I'm gonna do like a separate video for that, to be honest. This is just specifically talking about just like the Zeztz suit itself, and in the little trailer they had for the series as well. Yeah, initially I'm looking at the suit right now, so I'm looking at the Zeztz poster. Yeah, it's very back to basics. So here's my problem. When I initially look at it, I'm like, oh yeah, this looks actually kind of sick. It looks like really cool. You know, and then like the more I look at it, and especially when I look at like the full like picture of it, I don't know, man. Like it's very heavily carried by its Ichigo color scheme, right? Like the design itself, it just seems so safe. And then it makes sense when the Kamen Rider official account, you know, they're showing the actually let me just pull up the tweet. A new Kamen Rider awakens. Kamen Rider Zeztz, premiering September 2025 in Japan. Broadcast and streaming are scheduled to air in USA, Canada, Hong Kong, South Korea, Thailand, Taiwan, Vietnam, and the MENA region, which weirdly not including the UK. That's still so weird. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. This is like the first Kamen Rider series that's being simulcast, which is like, oh man, yeah. I can very much see why it has such a Western look. It just kind of reminds me. It reminds me of like the DC universe suits, more so like the Flash, or even with like the most recent Superman. It's just like the really skin tight suit with the texture or the texture tile to it or whatever. So it very much looks like a Western superhero, which I don't know. I go back and forth about it. It's a completely new look, you know, don't get me wrong. It's just not as exciting. Like when you first look at it, it's like, oh, this is kind of a neat design. And then the more you look at it, you're just like, this is actually kind of boring. Like I'm looking at it, and I think this is the way this looks. I think if it were drawn as like a comic, like if this was just like not like live action, but like a like somebody made like a comic or a manga about it, I think that's where this suit kind of shines in that regard. In fact, I don't know where it is. I'll put it up on the video of just like different fan art of people made of like the Zeztz suit, which I love the art more than the actual live action suit, which is insane. I think it is crazy because like for example, we have like 01, where essentially it's like follows the same principle to where it's like a very simplistic design, but it's striking. And I think that's what it is. It's just like, even looking back on Double, but even with Double, that design, it's just like, it's very simplistic, but it still has personality, and it kind of invokes a theme. You look at this, and apparently the theme about this is like, it's about dreams, and it's about the spy motif. I can kind of see the spy motif, like the skin tight like spy suit, I guess, but even that for me is just like a stretch versus like 01, technological, saber, fantasy, dragons, Revice, animals, gene splicing, Gav, candy, sweet. So it just, you can see a general theme. And with this one, I can very much tell this is like very much influenced by like Western comics, Western audiences. And then there's like the whole belt too. You know, somebody, I have to find it too, but somebody made a joke that they're gonna un-Zeztz our Zeztz. So they just like moved the belt to like his, to his abdomen like it's always been. And yeah, it looks right because there's a belt there, but then now it's like even more boring because it's like, wow, this is like giving me nothing. Like, it's giving me nothing. And then I guess this is a nice segue into the belt itself. The belt is so weird because there's like no imagination with this. I know the link item, I think they're called capsums. But yeah, it's weird. Even the belt is weird. It's like they designed a suit first and then the belt was like an afterthought. It doesn't like, it doesn't, I don't know. It just like, it lacks what I love about Kamen Rider. Is just like kind of the quirkiness and wackiness with some of the themes are making the themes just kind of come to life through the suit, the gimmick, and the belt. And I don't know. Now, of course, at the time of this video, they did release like a trailer for the belt, and how the belt works is kind of cool. I'm gonna talk about that more in the other video that I have. So I will say that the function of the belt, that does seem kind of neat. That seems kind of cool. It's just the look of it. It just doesn't do it for me. It's just so bland. And it doesn't help too that like even the helmet itself, like if you just take out just like, if you just look at the body itself, it looks okay. It looks all right. But then like when you look at the helmet, it's so weird. It's like a paint gradient for the helmet. And it's just it's lacking that oomph. It's lacking an oomph for me, and it kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. I don't know. I'm like cautiously excited. And then of course getting to like the trailer itself. The trailer was cool. And then apparently it came out that there might have been like AI used, especially on the like the little snow background scene, like a Japanese shrine or something. And yeah, that looks like AI. I know people have joked and said this rider kind of looks like AI. Honestly, the only thing that looks AI about Zeztz is like the helmet itself. The helmet itself, I'm just like, yeah, that just looks like AI slop. And I don't want to be like disrespectful with the designs, you know. I know they spent like time and effort, you know, on making or conceptualizing this rider. It's just like, it's just the head. The head, it's just like the weird gradient thing. That's what makes it weird. And maybe that's part of like the whole dream motif, to where it's like that its uncanniness is like what adds to it. Adds to the uncanny feeling, I guess. And I'm in the helmet photo that I'm looking at is the one where they're like outside. And it looks even weirder on this one, but on the actual mission start poster, this looks like a little bit better. It's still kind of a gradient mess, but it's still kind of cool. Also, the motorcycle. So the motorcycle is called Agent Zero. Zeztz is supposed to be called Agent 7. So, which is kind of cool. 007, like that's cool. All right, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's the 7th Reiwa rider. All right, okay, we cooking with that one. All right, I'll give them that. Yeah, the bike is supposed to like transform into like a little robotic buddy, just like Auto Vision from Fies, which is, that's cool. We haven't had something like that in like literally 23, 24 years, something like that. Whenever Fies came out, was it 03? That's really cool. And then the bike design, it's very much you know, not even reminiscent. It is like it's like the Cyclone one or whatever, like the Showa Ichigo bike was called. So yeah, it's giving that. So, you know, overall, it does look, I will say, it does look cool. It's very different from what we're accustomed to. Literally no armored rider. I'm cautiously excited. I know once we get to like episode 1, you know, he's gonna be doing some crazy acrobatic shit. You know, just like insane stunt work, I'm assuming. Oh yeah, and one last thing too, I forgot. So first of all, this is the first time we've ever seen this suit see the light of day. There were no set leaks at all, so I'm assuming this is gonna be almost maybe like a King Oger situation where they're like using like that weird LED screen type deal. That would be cool. I feel like this would be a very visually interesting show. I'm sure like the design is this simplistic and not as outrageous is because this is the show they want to, you know, market to. They want to market to like, you know, Western audiences and, you know, make it worldwide. So that they make it more simplistic, more Ichigo referenced, I guess. And they're not going to go as crazy. And I'm sure after that, then they'll go back to the craziness. But yeah, other than that, it's something. Not bad, but not the best. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling here, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. But yeah, I'm gonna do another video over the actual belt and the promotional video for how the belt works and everything, because that's actually really interesting. I'll also go into more detail about the actual form changes as well, which is very something we haven't gotten that level of simplicity since like what, probably Double, and then before that probably Kuga. So I'm actually excited for that. Anyway, yeah, I'm rambling, so yeah, I'm gonna go. Anyway, y'all take it easy.